Lucas Giolito had a couple of really rough starts prior to last night, but he was much better last night for the White Sox. Did not figure in the decision. What did you see from him last night as opposed to a couple of his previous starts?
I thought his secondary pitches were really good last night. And look, I think often, for me and others that get a chance, Anthony, to play in the big leagues, that it's not a cookie-cutter blueprint stamp. It's not. Once you get there, it's like, okay, I got it. I figured it out. No, you didn't. You know, so as a result, I think with Lucas Giolito, there's a moment, and maybe it's now, that you start looking within what am I doing well, what am I not doing well, and how do I attack it? And whether it's a pitch repertoire usage, as you see here from 21 to 22, if you look at this broad stroke, maybe some more changeups, but it's about the same. Like he's a fastball, established fastball strikes, get to his slider, mostly to right-handers, changeups to left-handers, very occasional curveball, as you can see. This has been a difference. The spin rate has gone down. Now, you know, I'm not an analytics guy, but they tell me that, you know, a couple hundred RPMs is a lot. So what happens? What does that mean? Especially with your fastball. There are guys that have learned to throw with respect to what analytics has told them. High fastballs, big breaking ball down in the dirt. So you got the elevated high fastball with good vertical, what's called vertical movement, this induced movement. And if your spin rate goes down, that high fastball becomes less attractive because it doesn't have that hop. So if you look at the numbers based on what's transpired, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, the slug.
The slugging percentage is the big one.
That's big.
Especially on the changeup. That's a stark.
And that was his
slider.
pitch.
Yeah.
That was the changeup was his pitch.
Yes.
So if the fastball RPMs aren't the same and they're not getting the same giddy up, and now the changeup, it's not going to look the same. It's to the hitter. It's not going to have that same bite down. It's,
so they're just laying off the changeup.
Laying off it, or they're just the timing, because the fastball velocity is actually down a little bit too for him.
Yes,
so they're starting to come together a little bit more. And for hitters, I mean, you want that the velocity variation, and you're not getting that as much for him anymore. That's really big for him.
Yes, it is. And Anthony, you know what? You stood behind there for years of seeing pitches where certain pitchers will have a velocity and guys don't pick it up. It's like, man, I can't see it. I can't pick it up. And then you look at the scoreboard and say, oh, 94. Like, why aren't they? So that's that hop.
Yeah.
And it does make this separator for his secondary pitches. All pitchers, your secondary pitches have to go off your fastball. I don't care if you throw 88 or 98. And I think of, you know, Giolito over the period of time. You know, he was a top high school pick by the Nationals, gets traded over to the White Sox. He revamped his arm action.
Yeah.
The arm action, I don't know if they're able to stop this, but on the backside, folks, if you could see what he's done on it was arm action and then this short thing, right? So this became in vogue because it's a matter of being able to consistently be in the right release point to make consistent pitches. 19, he was stellar. The changeup, the slider, good fastball life, made the All-Star team in Cleveland. Like, he was a dude. And it was like, aha, you know, there's the start of it, of him being able to change it and become the next level guy that everybody thought in baseball. And by any stretch, like, there's a lot there. But when you then have some controlled problems, perhaps, and you get in bad counts, you know, here's fastball in, miss, you know, Gurriel, first pitch, breaking ball, 0-0 count. Does this happen? Absolutely. But when it seems like when you're not doing well and you do have to make those moments of good pitches, here they're up down by one and you have a pitch there right out over the plate, you're not hitting your spots, it's not good. So here, he kind of got with his pitching coach and said, listen, man, let's expand more. Let me try to establish down in the zone. You don't get major league hitters to swing at these pitches if you don't have the ability to spot your fastball. So if Lucas has the ability to be able to command early, and I just wanted to show in a bat here, a little slider, first pitch to get in the count to Trout. He went the high fastball. Anytime if you don't have plus velocity, and this is Mike Trout, who really is exceptional down the zone, best player in the game. He now, I think, if he gets success and has the ability to understand that, okay, I don't have that same elite fastball with respect to blowing it by guys upstairs, high spin rate, let me be more conscious of what's going down.
Yeah.
I have to be, because 90, what's his average velocity? 93.3, which is slightly above major league average. And if you don't have the extra, you know, now it becomes, you get better takes. Yeah. You know, guys see that change, I'm going to take that slider, oh, I see that. You know, and then everything becomes a little more, the anxiety goes up, like, attention, 2-0 count, I gotta make that perfect pitch. More pitches down in the zone, I think would help him.